Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. And this is a continuation from last week. We got some urban planning going on here, Dearborn style, on Main Street, Dearborn, which is Michigan Avenue. And so here's looking southeast. They're keeping the Wagner House, the corner lot, which I understand used to be an old stagecoach. They tore down some buildings adjoining here in this block, and all that's going to be built up. And they're not separate buildings, they're attached, but apparently they're made to look like they're separate. They have some heavy artillery out back. This part of Dearborn certainly built back in the day, 1919. Not as old as East Dearborn, but here a lumber logo. And then I love these ghost ads, and of course these became visible when they tore down the adjoining buildings here. But here, the Wagner House, and it may also go by Wagner Hotel. They had rooms there, but it's nice that they're keeping this historic property. We're going to go around the corner. And I should have shown this, but 1896, I think that's still up there. I don't know how I missed that, but the Wagner block, and I call it a cornucopia, but that little tower on the end is kind of neat. The last business to inhabit the place was a bridal salon. Okay, they have nice benches here. Okay, I went around the block, and this is the back side of Wagner. You can see where stairs were going up to the second level. And then Ciao, it was an Italian restaurant. Ciao means goodbye or hello, or I guess it means, well, the Italians would know. But they had some decorative tile work, and probably going from the dining area to the kitchen and so forth, you can see the various patterns. It changes. I love the heating and cooling ductwork. And then, well, art is everywhere. Somebody lost a pulley kind of deal here, but kind of artistic. Just laying around. Okay, but this whole back lot's going to be redeveloped. It's a good deal. Ford Motor Company Land Development, in cooperation with the city, trying to make Dearborn a more urban, friendly city, even though it's like a suburb, but try to make it hip like Royal Oak or Ferndale, but in its own right, it's got to be different. It's going to be unique and different. Here, change. Yeah, that's what we're going to happen. What's going to happen here is some change, but they did away with the parking lots, which didn't go over that well. They're going to have a little park area, though, with trees, and then behind there, some more businesses, and above, a parking deck. So the heavy artillery putting in some pilings here, just pounding that right through the asphalt. All right, let me read this. This was from the Chamber of Commerce, and I have to thank my sister Michelle for giving me this, because I'm on a big urban planning kick these days. Anyways, here we go. Wagner Place Construction Project, Ford Land and City of Dearborn. West Downtown Transformation begins April of 2017, so they are right on schedule. Oh, well, I'm going to read just what you see here. Well, you'd have to speed read. I'll read it after you see this. Or maybe I won't. Questions or comments, they're on the bottom. Please call. Feel free. Urban planning is a public participation sport. Everybody can get involved. All right. So, yeah, it's going to be more walkable. That's all part of it. Interconnected. That's what the millennials like. Bike to work, walk a little bit, little exercise, blah, blah, blah. Maybe get away without having a car, which is a huge expense. Oh.
So if they did that, they would have made everything higher. The basement would have been higher.
Oh, that guy lives there. So I was, he's renting. Okay. Train action. To the left of the Amtrak line, there is some housing. I don't know if they're condos or not. Oh, she's getting her feet a little dirty. I'm guessing her name is Delma. Let's call her Delma. Anyways, this is a building just south of this development. Nice building it is. Tillman and Park. Couple of streets here. American-made vehicles. That's how that works. Okay, I don't know if the dialysis place will stay, probably. Then looking, here's a well-done house. I like these side little windows. That's Ford Motor, and then beyond is Greenfield Village. And approaching Oakwood Boulevard. And so there's going to be property over here in this parking lot and so forth. There you see the Wagner house. Here, look at infrastructure. This is where the country should be spending its money. And that provides good paying jobs. And it's something we all want to see is good roads, good sewers, good schools. Aha, yeah. When are people going to have that aha moment when it comes to Donald Trump? Yeah, maybe when they take your Social Security away. I don't know. Here, 1922. So it's been a while, but that was the original. So it's nice. The trains have the right of way, so to speak. The roads have to go under. Oh, well, Anchor certainly out here is the Westbourne Fruit Market. Here, Keystone Ridge Designs. So they're responsible. Looks pretty good in the sunlight with the pattern. It's shadow. All right, Les Stanford, well established, certainly as Chevy dealer there. Okay, so walking back to the Wagner house, and this area is up on a hill, strategically located across the way, the Historical Museum. Here, they have the rugs. So they got this marked off already, but yeah, this whole area. God, West Dearborn is going to be hip. How about it? Here was another business they tore down. I'm just kind of seeing the different patterns in the floor. Yeah, so they leveled a few things, but this probably was the kitchen area, or the stock area. Yeah, I should have taken a picture before they tore all this down. I kind of vaguely can picture what was there, but sometimes you blink and things change just like that. Here, so I'm not sure if they're going to keep this building, the space available. Yeah, take a picture of that sign because they're going to cover that up. And there, the downtown deli. Yogurt Town, Dearborn Wig, Post Bar, Cigar Place. Howell's Bar used to be here. I was trying to figure where I was sitting at the bar stool, and then I'd order a burger and fries. And it was right around there. But yeah, the place burned down. That was such a great neighborhood kind of bar. Low-key, casual, all age groups, and good music. So what to do? Who knows? And my evil twin didn't light the place on fire. That's why my evil twin's a rotten little guy. I'll call him Donald, actually. Donald will be my evil twin. Okay, Mongolian Place. That's popular. Here's some housing behind. So they have to deal with the noise, traffic, and congestion you hear on Michigan Avenue and Amtrak trains. Oh. Noise, traffic, and congestion and lowering of property values. But, some people like that urban environment. And that's part of urban living, is hearing other people doing their thing and going about their business. So it's not for everyone. Some people like the quiet out in the farmland and so forth, and there's places for that. But an urban environment, people like it because things are walkable. And you can get there from here, and you don't have to make a big ordeal, and get you out and about. You see people, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they were working up on the roof. This was a Sunday. There are many fine examples of good architecture in Dearborn, to be sure. Oh, that was sleepy time. And then I knew something was up. I got the bird feeder outside, and for the longest time the squirrels didn't play with it. But, yeah, they figured it out. And that's an electrical line. Maybe I'm going to have to grease that. But, yeah, that's the way it was. The squirrels are getting at the bird feeder. They say those squirrels are pretty crafty. Here, a little hail. Yeah, it was like pea-sized, nothing to worry about, but certainly places get it where it's golf ball size, and that can do damage. Then you have to be concerned. Ooh, I took another nap. All right. Here it was getting close, I think, on a full moon, and it's hard for the camcorder to focus on a full moon, even through the trees, providing the cover, but I think it was full moon on the 11th, but yeah, I'm doing a lot of sleeping. Okay, yeah, a little glitch there. Okay, Grand Circus Park. That's where it's happening. That's like the focal point for Detroit. And this was a downtown map back in the day. They don't have Comerica Park and Ford Field, but I do like this map. Okay, well, the Detroit Design Festival had an event going on, but I got a late start. Real late start. Little lovemaking going on under the Fisher Building. Okay, there's a bar here, the Northern Lights. Detroit Power Systems, that's a great name. Well, industrial art here. So these are quite tall smokestacks. I'm going to head over to the Fisher Building, but this is a recent art installation, so I had to step inside briefly. So it's kind of got the urban design thing, like with streets and so forth, a grid pattern. That's what I'm picking up out of it. Okay. Detroit Creative Corridor Center. And I think they're involved in this. They do the Detroit Design Festival. They're into architecture, urban planning, building. Here, well, coming up right outside the Fisher Building, and it's like, or wait a second, not yet. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, they had an event in the lobby from 5:30 to like 8, but they have a musical performance maybe around 8:30. So we're going to catch a brief music performance, and then we'll go from there. This for mature audiences only. Who knew? Right outside here, the Fisher Building, but they considered this, back in the day in the 20s, fine design, high art. Architecture, I think it comes from the same Latin word, but there is definitely art inside this building. Everything really tastefully done. So the chandeliers, quite nice. Then this is, this will be playing here shortly. Yeah, I'm doing this audio on the 17th, Monday. But I've always liked this carriage, and so I have a good chance here now to get a picture of it. Here we go. Back in the day, the people that owned that probably had some money. All right, now it's their underground, and it's kind of neat. There's a series of tunnels under here, which is... I've known about this, but didn't spend a whole lot of time meandering. Here's where the music performance is going to be. Right now we have a DJ. Drinking, a little dancing. All right, here we go. We're going to go exploring. All these light fixtures are pretty cool, with the exception of one in the tunnel. I'll point that out. Here, look at the letterbox, though. This is a big letterbox. Cutler Mail Chute Company out of Rochester, New York. U.S. Mail. All righty. All right, we're going to do the kind of the tunnel thing here. That's where the event was taking place in a room on the left, but I'm just going to explore. So I'm going to head to the Albert Kahn building. And nice tile work here on both the walls and the floor. So it curves around many places, then you get a little bit of a straight shot. Yeah, these lights up here in this tunnel are really lame. But this may have probably doubled as a bomb shelter or whatnot. Okay, so now we keep going. They say 14 feet under. Yeah, look at these lights. These are just plain, like, fluorescent bulbs. But throughout the rest of the place, the lighting is just to beat all. Okay, here we go. 14 feet under. So a business even making light of that. And so Albert Kahn building, and there's a system of tunnels and what do they call it? Skywalks. Okay. Skywalks, it's more lines there. But the News Center 1, Hotel St. Regis, General Motors building, renamed Cadillac Place, I do believe now. But okay, well, back, because I don't want to miss the performance, so I'm going to go back under here to the Detroit Underground. Here's some young kids who are playing with a hat. I say hats are making a comeback. But we're going to have a performance here, so enjoy.
I need for you to make some noise for Ivan and Vincent. Come on, y'all, let's go. Make some noise. You do better than that. Let's go.
Sounds so beautiful, playing the world's pain. We took our own paths, and then we paved our own way. They try to color me bad, but it's 50 shades of gray. History repeats itself, but we plan to destroy the patterns. America's a glass house, and I swear I just heard it shatter. Anybody can catch AIDS. I mean, we all can die from cancer, so the question still remains. You tell me who really matters. Is it you or is it me? Or is it us or is it we? So many gray areas, it feels crazy to see. I've been through so many nightmares, it feels crazy to dream. But if we take the first steps, then maybe they'll believe. Life's like a never-ending war. Who clean up when the blood pours? Who wipe the tears when the world cries? Home of the free, man, it's all lies. So for real, what's the love? And no respect without us. For real, masonry, what'll happen if we just believe? Yeah. Yeah. If we just believe. I mean, really, what'll happen if we all just believe? Yeah. Maybe the states will finally be united. Maybe if you try it, maybe then you will like it. Maybe you can see the vision, you open your eyelids. Without silence, it's like the blind seeing the world with no violence. Maybe we can fly above the wall that they try to build if we just let love be the pilot.
Blind out of me, yeah, you still call it weak. Fighter for the fire, can't you see? Still segregation, gentrification, poor education, death of a nation. Say that I'm living, but I can't breathe. All that I know is that I'm uncertainty. Feels like my time is running out.
If we only just believe, just believe. We want to give it back to y'all one more time. Vincent McWilliams. But we're from two different parts of the east side. You see? Like, we can't get together. We break those barriers here.
Thanks, brother. Wow. And, you know, for me, the feeling of, you know, sometimes when you meet somebody, but you know, like Vince and I, we've known each other for probably less than a month now, but it feels like it's been lifetimes, and it's just so heartwarming to make music and feel free, with just absolute freedom of expression. And really, hats off, big shout to Everhard for
All right, another tunnel. Some more lighting. And back to street level. Climb the stairs. All right, we'll read this. The Golden Tower of the Fisher Building since 1928. Yeah, this is something. Should just walk around at the very least, grab a coffee somewhere, And back then, they had some money. So it's a jewel to be sure. All right, this I found interesting here. They're marking off the neighborhoods, Maker City. It's an inaugural project. Build their communities and neighborhoods in resourceful and often astonishing ways. Okay. This is urban planning on a neighborhood level. And so they have all delineated the neighborhoods, all with numbers. I'd love to get a copy of this. But they go not alphabetically, but they're all numbered. You might recognize your neighborhood if you live in the city. But it goes Mexican Town 79 all the way. Belle Isle is its own little neighborhood, 105, although I don't think anyone lives there. 105. Okay, and then over here, number 9. Number 9. New Center. So I'll be walking around this hood. Now outside the building, and then across the way, the General Motors building. It was their world's headquarters for a while before they moved to the Renaissance. State of Michigan flag. Yep, Cadillac Place. They don't have the clock on correct there. 1920, I think, was its born on date. And the St. Regis Hotel. And I'm on, or Hotel St. Regis, excuse me. Right on West Grand Boulevard. And when I hit Woodward and go to the other side, East Grand Boulevard. More train action. Ooh, that's the Q line in action. Well, that was the Amtrak line there, but I'm going to concentrate here on the Q line. Here's a station here, a platform, slightly raised, maybe a foot or so above grade. Here, the menu, you get to choose between English and Spanish. All right, and then you get your ticket. I don't know what this 1043 is, or that's a time stamp, that whatever time it is, and you use it within a certain amount. Okay, red, blue. Waiting for it to just go to white, but help the child, preserve the family, strengthen the community. Yeah, the landmark certainly is the golden top of the Fisher Building. You can always get your bearings in this neighborhood by just seeing where the golden top is. Now, right on Woodward, there's a youth group here, and they had a performance going on with some singing. Eat Happy's Be Happy. Okay, here we go. Q line. Testing in progress. This looks pretty sleek. Kind of hip. Can we handle this? Wow, Detroit entering the 21st century. Woohoo! And then it's maintenance garage or parking area is right here at Custer. Well, yeah, you can see the bay here where they could do some work. So quite the facility. And I thought maybe the out of service, well, I thought they were just going to pull it into the yard. But no, she's going to go on break, but then come back and test it going back to downtown. So they're not quite through for the night. And this they're going to call, well, M1 Rail, another term for thing, but the Penske Tech Center is the building's name. And Penske instrumental in helping to get to make this happen, to have some light rail in Detroit. We'll still have the buses too. And sparkly red lighting and powered by DTE Energy. And that's the power grid. Okay, Youthville, Detroit. I should have stepped inside, but I don't know if you needed a ticket or... Yeah, that's got to be something good for the youth. I would have to imagine. Why not? Okay, Amtrak boarding platform. Here they're doing some work on this building. This, right, I made it to Woodward Avenue here and West Grand and East Grand Boulevard. I'm not sure I like the decorative fencing there, but this whole block is going to change. Some work already has begun on this building, but this will be more of a hip thing. Downtown is on a roll, but this whole stretch of Woodward will be on a nice little roll, and that will include this neighborhood right here, New Center. Be kind of connect the dots. New Center, Midtown, downtown. Got to be strong up the middle. Rock and soul. Here, I've always liked the Art Deco look here, and Roby's Shoes is one of the business. It runs all the way to the corner with that decorative tile. North End Collective. I think I heard of this. Maybe saw an ad or whatever in the Metro Times. So I'm thinking, I'll have to check that out. Trying to get the address here. Look at that nice tile. And at the end, Atomic Chicken. Okay. That's what an Atomic Chicken looks like. Okay, why did the chicken cross Woodward? Because Atomic Chicken just opened. I get it. Okay. It goes by both names there. So Stevie Wonder certainly, that's an honor, but he done the city good. Purple Love. So some of these might be fairly new shops. I'm not a shopper per se. But this looks like it's new. Yeah. Well, maybe it's a couple of business combined into one. Or maybe that's why it's a collective. Haha. Maybe I'll figure it out sometime. But they have styling, some fashion. That's a patriotic outfit. Someone's always watching. I am so paranoid now. Oh my Lord. Can't get away with nothing anymore. Okay, Detroit Hardware Company. This building's always been styling, and I love the awning there. There's their phone number, parking in rear. A few more businesses along here and a station. Baltimore Street. Here are the artists lining it up. And then we'll get some nice, graffiti. Art murals might be better. Sometimes they scribble over this stuff. That is, I don't care for that at all. But when it's untouched and look at, this is well done. Some time and effort. Retail available. Here now, I never went in that bar and grill, but I've always liked the building itself. So I think the building, yeah. What's it going for? They do have some nice artwork on the outside. Look at the way they did the bricks here. Quite clever. And then it kind of seems like takes on a different texture, yeah, when you kind of turn and look at it. So different lighting and different perspectives sometimes, yeah. And the glazed brick there. So you wonder, what can this building be? It's right across from a White Castle. And maybe it can resurrect as a bar. Yeah, you have Amtrak across the way. You can get to Chicago by boarding at that station. It'll take you right down to Union Station. Round the side, even some more art murals. Okay, that's the special there. And then, okay, I know I got to head back eventually that way. And along the rail line, we got some more artwork. Oh, where can I explore? Baltimore, East Baltimore. 'Cause I'm on the east side of Woodward. Alrighty. A trifecta, all lined up there, but it made it to grade rail line level. Yeah, Main Street, Detroit, Woodward Avenue. You can see the Fox way off in the distance, but it's all connected now with the Q line. There it is. All right, welcome to Detroit, but the doors were locked, so I had to keep walking. More artwork under, well, this underpass. But it goes under the rail line here. Easy parking there. Wayne State University is certainly a big player in the midtown of Detroit. Here, some more of that art. I love the brickwork up here. Okay, there's going to be some live entertainment at that bar. There always is. So, got to make it off the train tracks and back down. So I got to walk a little bit. But here, I call it the Rook. It's the U-Haul building, but it looks like a Rook. Okay, there I'll be able to get back around. More artwork. And there's parking around here. A few business, fairly big players. All right, now we'll see some more of the artwork from a different perspective. That scribble's uncalled for, but you can see dots. It's probably some kind of planning. And then this one, okay, 1914. This infrastructure looks like it's in good shape. All right, that would be like a rail line, and this probably a river. And different housing. Okay, now we'll see some entertainment. Every night is something different. It's like a box of chocolates. You're not quite sure what you're going to get. But this is the Northern Lights, and they have good lighting in here, too. We'll see some fine examples of that. here don't put up with nothing, so be prepared. Don't try anything, because you might be surprised. Alright, well, they got the back lot out here. This is on Urban Planning, the hub. And they have a map, so I'm going to show some of their articles. But the lighting throughout the bar areas is just incredible. There's a lot of events in there where people have flyers and the like, so kind of interesting things happening on the scene. U-Haul, here's the Rook building. City limits with Detroit, Wyoming Avenue and Michigan Avenue. Look it up. Parked at a bus shelter, kind of, or bus stop. It's the Titanic Gash. There's a story behind that. Alright. Near the Checkers. But on my left, welcome to Dearborn. Michigan Avenue heading westbound that way. You can take the bus. Here's the route, 200 Michigan Avenue. We should have something from downtown that takes you to the airport. Maybe one stop in Dearborn and then to the airport. We should be able to figure something out. Well, the dandelions taken individually look kind of pretty, but when they're spread out over the lawn and so forth, maybe not so much. But still, it's like springtime. Okay, Wyoming. Yeah. I think we finally broke the winter thing. Okay, well, I saw this the last time I come into the city, and it's like they put up a new sign. Sweet. And it's plywood. I was having a discussion with my sister that they could market these signs, Detroit city limits, and I thought they were kind of metal signs, but yeah, it's like they're handmade. They put on plywood and reflective tape. I don't know what it would cost to make them. This was in 2017, so this was just recently installed. So, job well done. But nearby, the Victory Inn, they had closed it, and within a week or two, I guess they had some fires. So, yeah. Who knows what the story will be here, but they fenced it all off, but yet my evil twin, well, they left the gate open, so rest in peace for somebody. So the place does come with a history, and so at this point, you don't know who might be living here or calling it home. This had a hot tub. This might have been like the deluxe suite here. Free Wi-Fi. I don't know what the rooms went for, but yeah. Across the way. Worst guys ever. Truck City nearby, and then down yonder, the Rouge Complex. I'm back to the bus stop. So yeah, the Detroit city limits. It's good to see. The D is back. It's a good thing. Well, this I just was too lazy and never had these officially cut, but they're like business cards, but when they print them in 8 of them, and so I'm so cheap, I just hand cut them with scissors. And then I was thinking, oh, well, this is Easter weekend. Then I was thinking I'd put that map on the back. So it'd be like, give you an idea of where you are in downtown. So what you can do with scissors. So 16 little cards. Then I have to hang this on the wall, but Park West Galleries, years ago I worked for these guys. I bought this thing on a cruise, and the print wasn't too bad, the cost-wise, but then framing it, anyways, I have to put it on the wall, but it's a Looney Tunes thing, and you can see a lot of the characters. Looks like the backdrop of New York City. So they're all having a great old time up there. And then there's Tweety Bird. Up to no good. All right. Well, I'm thinking maybe a new ride. My Escort. Oh, it's almost 160,000. So I was going to focus on a Focus. And Ford Motor, my dad has retired, so we can do the A plan or Z plan, one of those. Still have to pay that. This is made at the Michigan Truck. I'd go over to the plant and just buy it off the lot. But no, got to pay that delivery charge. Damn. Anyways, I'm debating whether to buy or to lease. Like next year, they're going to start doing the Ford Ranger, I think, or I don't know how long before they retool the plant. But I think for my needs, a Ranger would be better. Okay. This was Easter. I got to get this car to spring into action. This is 50 years. This is a 1967, so it's a 50-year-old car. Right now, it's in the garage next to the barbecue. But yeah, this is the year, the 50-year anniversary. But it's RSSS, and this baby blue GM logo, mark of excellence. But I like the white stripes on the seats. Go Tigers! And they were playing here on Easter Sunday, and they won. First place at this time. Go Tigers! Automatic transmission. It was a lady's car. They bought it from a dealership in Pasadena, Texas. It's a suburb of Houston. Here, look at the logo for the city of Dearborn Heights. The typical family. A girl and a boy. The woman, look at the figure there. Wow-wee. So that harkens to an earlier time, back in the 60s, I guess. Okay, I had just a few minutes left, so I wanted to show the Detroit city limits from a different perspective, from the Lincoln Park, Detroit. And this is like, you know that song that Journey has, says South Detroit? There is no South Detroit, but if you had to call an area South Detroit, this is the most southern point. So Journey, they would say this would South Detroit, but that's always an inside joke. Here, the month, so that was in June, and then installed by, trying to figure out who makes these signs, but if they would make them and sell them to the public, how much would they cost? People would put them in their man cave. I don't know. I think Detroit city limits. Some creek action nearby. Looks like a shopping cart. Wrong way. But yeah, the babbling brook. Here they call it Ecorse River. Back in Dearborn Heights, it's Ecorse Creek. And the palace across the way. And then Lincoln Park, LP, established 1925. And I'm not sure what the 9 years is. Maybe 9 years for the sign. Well, spring has sprung, to be sure, and like flowers are blooming, and there was a lot of trash right in that area there. And then South 4th Street, M85. Well, getting near the end of the show, but I will continue, certainly make a loop around the South Detroit neighborhood, which would be like south of the Rouge River. And it was Easter weekend, Easter Day, actually, Easter Sunday. Oh, those dandelions interspersed with other purpley flowers, and then compromised housing in various spots, and then that guy in the little moped there was really buzzing. Here, an urban trail